Hello. Today I will be talking about the death of Princess Diana, known as the People's Princess. Princess Diana did many, many things to help others, and she was very, very focused on charity and donating and actually spending time with the people she was helping. One thing she was very known for was during the AIDS crisis, she actually held hands with AIDS patients and gave them hugs and things without gloves or anything in the way. She treated them like real people, the way they deserve to be treated, which is something they weren't getting at the time. And it has been debated for 20 years now whether or not Diana's death was a freak accident or a calculated murder. This death shook not only the country of Great Britain, but the entire world. Princess Diana married Prince Charles in 1981 and had two children with him. First, Prince William in 1982, and then Prince Harry in 1984. Princess Diana and Prince Charles had a 13-year age difference, which led to both of them having extramarital affairs. The most known one is when Prince Charles cheated on Diana with his former girlfriend, Camilla Parker Bowles. When this information came out in 1992, the world was shaken. The dream couple that everyone looked up to had failed. Finally, in 1995, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles's mother, advised the couple to divorce, which was finalized in August 1996. A month after the divorce, Princess Diana started dating Dodi Fayed, the son of an Egyptian millionaire, Mohammed Al Fayed. Less than a year later, the two died when their car crashed in a tunnel in Paris. The official story of Princess Diana's death is that on the morning of August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana and Dodi Fayed were leaving the Ritz Hotel in Place Vendôme, Paris, to return to their apartment located just off the Champs-Élysées. Diana and Dodi's driver, Henri Paul, was driving while intoxicated with a BAC of 1.74, which is a very, very high blood alcohol content. This is more than 3 times the legal limit to drive in France. Paul was also speeding in an effort to evade paparazzi that was closely tailing the princess. Subsequently, the Mercedes containing Diana, Dodi, and Henry fatally crashed, causing them all to die shortly after. Many people argue this story and believe the British government is trying to cover up something much more sinister. Today, we will be exploring a few of the many theories on how Princess Diana and Dodi Fayed really died. The first theory is that the paparazzi caused Princess Diana's death. Just a year before, Diana had won a restraining order against a paparazzi photographer who had been creating unsafe conditions, including crashing his car into hers during a car chase. It is speculated that something similar to the first case had happened. In Operation Paget, the official inquiry into Diana's death, it was stated that the car containing Diana and Dodi Fayed was, in fact, speeding because of the paparazzi. It is theorized by some that this may have been malicious, on the side of the paparazzi wanting a crazy story to write about. Most likely, though, the paparazzi were just quickly chasing Diana's car to keep up with the princess. The next theory is the James Ondeson theory. James Ondeson was a French photographer who had been following Diana and Dodi all summer. He was a paid informant for both British and French intelligence. Ondeson owned a white Fiat Uno, which would seem unimportant until you learn that a white Fiat Uno was seen colliding with the Mercedes containing Diana and Dodi as it entered the tunnel in Paris. White paint was found on the wreckage of the Mercedes, and a piece of bumper and taillight were found nearby. The Secret Services and police never identified the owner of the vehicle, and although Ondeson denies being in Paris at the time, just days after Diana's death, he had his car repainted and sold it. Whether or not Ondeson was paid to orchestrate this murder is unknown, but 3 years later, his charred remains were found in a locked car in the south of France, where many believe was murder and not a suicide, which the government claimed it was. Could this have been a cover-up? done by the British Secret Service, maybe Anderson was threatening to uncover the truth about Diana's death. The most compelling theory, though, is that the royal family had Diana killed. There are many different conspiracies surrounding this. Paul Burrell, Diana's butler, had found a note on Princess Diana's desk 10 months before her death, stating, "My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure, and serious head injury, to make the path clear for him to marry." This note sounds eerily similar to the death of Diana. Although the wreck was caused by excessive speed and not brake failure, it is hard to overlook how the princess predicted her own death. It is not outrageous to assume the royal family would want Diana to die either. With Princess Diana still alive, Prince Charles could not remarry. This scandal with Charles cheating on Diana already tarnished the reputation of the royal family. Maybe to them, the only way to fix this was Diana's death.
Oui, c'est vrai, j'étais à Paris quand un accident de Diana est passé. J'étais pas dans le tunnel, mais j'étais proche et j'ai vu la lumière. J'ai vu un grand flash de lumière blanc. C'était vraiment, vraiment brillant. Je savais pas quoi c'était. Mais après que j'ai entendu que c'était la mort de Princesse Diana, je savais c'était ça. C'était un meurtre. C'était vraiment un meurtre. Parce que j'ai jamais vu une lumière comme ça. C'était tellement brillant. Si moi je conduisais et j'ai vu une lumière comme ça, souple ou pas, ça c'est une lumière qui tue. Quand tu as une lumière comme ça, tu peux pas voir quand tu conduis. C'est vrai? C'est vrai? Tu sais?
Another thing pointing to the royal family having Princess Diana killed is former MI5 agent Annie Machon. In Machon's memoir, Spies, Lies, and Whistleblowers, she claimed British intelligence paid to have Diana killed. This was done by having a bright light flash as the car entered the tunnel to blind driver Henri Paul, causing the car to crash. This operation is very similar to the MI6's plot to assassinate Slobodan Milosevic in the 1990s. So it is possible they chose to reuse this ploy. On top of this, many eyewitnesses claim to have seen a white flash around the time of the crash. The British government claims there is insufficient evidence to prove this theory, but it is very possible they are just denying the truth.
Hello, I'm Annie Machon. You may have heard of me from my world-renowned book, Spies, Lies, and Whistleblowers. It's honestly the best book ever written, and if you haven't read it, you are dumb and inherently a bad person. Anyways, I know the British government doesn't want me saying this, but Diana's death was a calculated assassination. I would know. The British intelligence that I was a part of had a plan that we worked on for months before Diana's assassination. We set up hidden lights all through the tunnel, then hid a microchip in Diana's Mercedes to track it. We then had a 24-hour surveillance to know when Diana's car entered the tunnel. And we then deployed the light system to cause a bright flash, enough to make the car containing Diana and Dodi fatally crash. This was all real. I was a part of it. I promise you, it happened. It really happened. No one believes me. It really happened, okay?
Some very damning evidence pointing toward the British government is that all 14 cameras in the Point d'Alma tunnel where the fatal collision happened are missing footage of the crash. The French judicial inquiry claimed that none of the cameras had been working, but just 15 minutes before Diana's crash, a motorcyclist had been clocked by the cameras for speeding. It is extreme good luck for the British government that the cameras just stopped working exactly at the time that Diana and Dodi tragically died. It is very possible that someone could have altered, deleted, or stolen the footage.
The British government killed Princess Diana. I would know. The government, they're on to me. You know that? They're trying to read my mind, and I'm keeping them out. See this tinfoil hat? If I take it off, if it comes off at any time, they'll know. And I can't let that happen. They're gonna try to read my mind. They're gonna control my mind. The British government, they're out here. They're trying to control my mind, trying to tell me that they didn't kill Diana. I would know. I know what happened. I'm not dumb. They did it. I promise you. I know. I got psychic powers. I have psychic power. I know. I talked to Diana. I talked to her when she was dead. They killed her. I know for sure. They did it. Princess Diana was murdered. It was not an accident. The government did it. They did everything. The government, they're working with aliens. I promise you. I promise you. I swear. It's crazy. Like, y'all gotta wear these, or else the government's gonna get you too. They're gonna do it.
My last and maybe most compelling theory is that comedian John Mulaney killed Princess Diana.
I woke up one morning when I was a kid and my mom was standing over my bed and she said, "I just heard that Princess Diana and her lover, Dodi Al-Fayed, have been killed in Paris, like I had something to do with it." I was like, "Mom, I have been here all night. You can feel the TV, it's warm." Luckily, I had a good alibi since I was in Wisconsin and 12.
You can hear in Mulaney's story that he claims to have been in Wisconsin in 12, but I did the math. John Mulaney was born in 1982, and Diana was killed in 1997. This would have made Mulaney 15 years old. What else is he hiding from us? Was that TV really warm? Was he really even in Wisconsin? These questions cannot be overlooked. Despite all this evidence, none of these theories have been proven true. So, for now, the death of Princess Diana will remain unsolved.